There's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 21. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. 9 yards on the play and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McDonald. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. On play action, it's Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Let's go. 21.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check curls, check curls.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Check nickel. 50.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They come out here in the I.
Don't get nervous. Shoot.
Easy.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Niners 6, Steelers nothing.
Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Goodwin able to hold it in. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Garoppolo now. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McDonald. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And McDonald here over the middle. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 33-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
All right, now, black 20. Right there, 54 back.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And it's caught off the deflection. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No spacing.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. On the draw, counter. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Dobbs. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Day providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25. Call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Solomon Thomas able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a draw play. This is Connor. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Right there, 54.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Taken from just outside the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 42 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike 29. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 29 is the Mike.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And it's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, watch that. Watch that. 54. Mike 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. It got his man complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get your swerve on. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Jack 16. Recon, 135.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd down.
Like 80.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just.
Go.
Just me and you. It's just me. Right there. 54, right there.
Ben to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Topper!
2nd and 5. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hey! Check right, 54. These two. Watch the run. Hey, Delta.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Eric Armstead getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
One day. Alert. Hey, Echo. Mike 54. Mike 50.
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Niners 28, Steelers 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Looking to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second and goal, Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's third and goal. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.